Welcome everybody, we're on the air live for another episode of hockey. It is the Lancaster Thunder versus the Sussex Rangers. Take you into the intro.
This broadcast at U13AA is brought to you by Bobsley Sports Lab.
Sussex team yet to appear. Lancaster team pretty riled up, ready to go. Anybody looking for something to do for a couple of minutes before the game gets started? There is a new episode of the Bob Pod, episode 7. It's about 10 minutes. I trail off at the end. It's kind of a short one, just kind of brings us up to date on where the standings are, how everybody's doing. So just to bring everybody up to date on how everybody is doing in this game, Lancaster and Sussex have both played one game. Both of them have won that one game. Lancaster was a bit of a battle. It was a 3-2 win over KV. Tucker Godin scored first, followed by Tucker Scott, and then it was Jackson Parsons with the second goal for Lancaster to give them the win. Our team, we played Oromocto and we won 5-0. Emmett Tabor had 2 goals. Cohen Butcher had a goal. Felix had a goal. And Jack Merrill had a goal. Mitchell Carr was in net and he had a shutout. I'll line up our clocks with the warm-up clock here. All right, 2 minutes till we get underway. Jay Cunningham returning. He's been away for the last 2 games. Parker McLaughlin hits Nolan right in the face. So Jay Cunningham's been off in Toronto. Nolan's messing with his dangler again. He just took one in the mast there. I think it adjusted something on him. Is that all right? A lot of kids we're familiar with down here. Jacob Enman is going to be in net, but he's wearing Jack Edgar's jersey. Jack Edgar is wearing one of his blue jersey. Edmund forgot his, so he's just wearing the other one. Let me just run through the roster real quick if we get the chance. Let me just make sure I have my clock right before I start doing that. Lancaster is a little different than most for their roster makeup. They have 10 forwards, six defensemen. Sussex also a little strange in the sense they have 9 forwards, 4 defensemen. So these guys only have 13 players. These guys would have 16 players, so they carry 3 more players. So number 2 for Lancaster is Brennan Webb. Number 5, Maddock McDonough. Number 7, Ian Moffat. Number 8, Jackson Mason. Number 9, Jacob McCauley. Number 10, Tanner Fulton. Number 11, Torrey Bedford. Number 12, Hunter Calhoun. Number 13, Jake Dritton. Number 14, Lucas Purdy. Number 15, Jackson Parson. Number 16, another Parker McLaughlin. There's a Parker McLaughlin on each team. Number 17, Rowan Blackyear. Number 18, Tucker Godden. And number 19, Armani Stevenson. And that is your Lancaster Thunder. The Sussex Rangers, I don't have the roster in front of me. I feel I must have memorized it now. Jay Cunningham will be throwing me off slightly. He's number 19. Again, hasn't been here for 2 games, but I'm sure I'll adjust quickly on the fly. He is starting us off. He has a number 18 in the middle. No, it's Emmett, number 98. So the starting lineup here is Emmett Tabor with Sawyer Tremblett and Jay Cunningham. On the back end, Jay Surratt and Rhett Proctor. Comes number 6. Or is number 5 McDonough? That's clearly a number 6. I don't have a number 6 written down. Along the boards, gets in there. So number 6 is a Vaughn. I missed him when I was copying down my roster. Jackson Vaughn, actually a very strong player for them. Shot by Emmett, rebound. Oh, it's right there on the doorstep. Wow, Emmett had a great opportunity there, good shot. He actually had a lot of net, and then Sawyer had a lot more net, but kind of flubbed on the shot. Unfortunately, didn't make much of it. Good opportunity for the Rangers early. Puck's thrown in. Lancaster's offside. They've tagged backed up though. Here comes Rhett Proctor. Rhett Proctor cuts to the middle. He's going to make it across center. Lines have changed. Felix is out there. Just puts a light one through the feet of the defenseman in front of him. Goes back, goes for a line change. Cohen Butcher is out there with Cooper Gregg and Felix Travis. Out to Felix, shoots, scores. Pass by Cooper Gregg right out to Felix on the doorstep, and Felix puts it away. I've spent all day long watching clips from last year, and that is a common play between the two of them. They used to be centered by Tal, but it was those 2 boys on Tal's wing. And Cooper Gregg to Felix Travis. And the Sussex team strikes first. Puck's dropped. Cooper Gregg pokes it out there. Crosses the line, loads up, shoots, wide of the net. Toe on it by the goalie though. Ian Moffat picks it up. Ian Moffat plays it up to Torrey Bedford. Torrey Bedford tries to play it up for McDonough, kind of misses him. West Tabor gets it, backhands it up, hits a stanchion, and doesn't go the length. Number 12, Hunter Calhoun, plays it up to Torrey. Put back in by Parker McLaughlin, Sussex. Gets past Wesley, he's got a foot race here. Ian Moffat on him. O'Neill tried to tie him up a little bit. Chipped up off the boards. Kept in, Torrey. Torrey does a lot of my pickup hockey. She's used to shooting on Nolan. Nolan's seen a lot of her over the last couple of years in pickup alone, but also they were teammates in the spring for the Gusto Blades. Bouncing puck comes out to O'Neill, who also was a Gusto Blade, which was the Bobski team that I put together with a little help from my friends. Tanner Fulton. Ooh. Jay Cunningham comes in, whacks it, kind of scares the referee. Ryan DeMerchant keeps it down. Tanner Fulton puts it around the boards. Tabor poked it in deeper. Cunningham centers it, nobody there. Hunter Calhoun puts up for Bedford. Bedford makes a move. A little poke there. Ian Moffat gets another little move. Good job by Shea. He was kind of beat, but then kind of turns around and takes a whack at it. Able to put the puck up to Sawyer. Sawyer, nice little move. Nice pass by Sawyer. Shot a little wide. They just ran out of room there, but it was a really good heads-up play by Sawyer. Nice pass. Over for Jackson Vaughn. Vaughn with it, tries to make a move. West Tabor knocks it off the stick. Back again. I'm very confident in the defenseman on this team. Right out front. Blackyear. Blackyear shoots. Nolan ready for it. It's going to come out. Emmett Tabor. Emmett throws it in. Almost hits Declan Tabor in the head, who happens to be refereeing. So 3 Tabors on the ice. Here's a great chance for Vaughn. Again, Vaughn, very strong player. Good job by Jack Merrill. Jack has a tendency to take a penalty in these situations. Oh, and Vaughn takes a swing at his head right in front of the referee, but gets away with it. Parsons. Parsons over for Purdy. Purdy. Cohen Butcher digging in there. Comes out with the puck. Gets stripped up. No penalty for that either. This is a Dan Anderson style refereed game so far. Cohen Butcher comes across the line. Cohen shoots. Saved by Enman. Out for Cooper Gregg. Cooper shoots. Nice save by Enman. Again, we're kind of putting them low into the pads there, but he's good to be in position. Shea Surratt. Shea chips up for Butcher. Felix gets knocked down. Puck's down deep. Foot race. Number 19, which is Armani Stevenson. Armani with it now, possessing it. He's got Rhett Proctor on him. The 2 number 9s collide. Comes over for McLaughlin. Our McLaughlin gets it. Shoveled back in by number 13, Jake Gritton. Jake Gritton also on that Gusto Blades team I mentioned earlier this spring. Parker McLaughlin. Lancaster Parker. Off the boards hard. It's going to go down a ways. A little bit of a foot race here. Wesley's going to be there first. Wesley changes direction, puts it over for Jack Merrill. Vaughn gets knocked down by Merrill while skating with the puck. Throws down. I think it hit enough people in between. That's probably not an ice. Edmund has it, decides to cover it. We get a face-off down in their zone. It's been quite a long time since a whistle. I think it's been since the goal. 5:52 remaining of the first period. It is a 1-0 hockey game. Sussex Rangers currently leading the Lancaster Thunder. Ian Moffat on the draw, and he is up against Emmett Tabor. Emmett Tabor wins it over to Sawyer. Sawyer looking for options, tries to center it, but it's picked off. Jack Merrill. Probably our strongest player. Oops, sorry. Dropped the phone. McDonough gets taken down by Sawyer. It's offside. .5:22 remaining in the first period. 1-0 hockey game. Sussex Rangers leading the Lancaster Thunder. Ian Moffat on the draw up against Felix Travis. Butcher comes in, helps everybody out. Shovels it up. Felix. Puck's at center. Battle. Bedford, I believe, with it now. Centering pass. Felix Travis over for Cooper Gregg. Again, they matched up earlier for that goal. Cooper's just going to put it down in the corner, try to repossess it, and he does. Puck's around the corner, up to Bedford. Gets past her, up for Rep Proctor. Ian Moffat. Ian Moffat with it now. Ian, center passes. A little bit overskated. McDonough makes a move, gets past Shea Surratt, tries to make another move past Rhett Proctor, but Rhett gets his body there. Gets taken down again. That's the second time I've seen Rhett knocked down, where Rhett is usually so very sturdy on his feet. Accidentally sturdy sometimes, where it's like the friendly giant who he takes people out by accident. Rowan Black here. Penalty coming up on Cooper Gregg, who gets a stick in there, and he is going to take a tripping penalty. The man advantage comes to Lancaster. 4:12 remaining of the first period. 2-minute power play for Lancaster. Their power play team, Jake Gritton on the back, Parker McLaughlin back there with them. Looks like Jackson Vaughn on the draw. Black here out there with them, and in front of the net, it looks like Mason. Puck's thrown off the boards and will go down the length of the ice. No icing. Thrown up. Picked off by Jack. Right on the doorstep by DeMerchant, gets a shot on Edmund. Kind of awkward, he's kind of tied up, but he was able to do it and get the shot off. I see Jacob McCauley leaving the ice on this side. And punching the boards. I'm not quite sure what happened here. Maybe he broke a stick or something? Again, Jacob, one of Nolan's good friends. Nolan's actually going there for a sleepover after this game. Hope everything's all right with him. Here comes Vaughn. Turn, fired down by Cohen Neal. Picked up by Fulton. Fulton with it. Off the boards. Right up front, Nolan comes out. Kind of dangerous. Stay in your net, buddy. Good job by his teammates. Gets it, throws it down the length of the ice. Godin. Shot. Hard shot. He is a hell of a hockey player. I'm going to say heck of a hockey player. But I've always been really impressed by Tucker. I called him Superhouse for the last several months. He's not Superhouse anymore. He is AA. Could make a great argument that he deserves to be AAA. Rhett Proctor throws it in. Armani. Up for McCauley. McCauley, who just walked around the rink there, has come back out. Shot on Nolan. A little scary there. It was a nicely placed shot over the pads. Kind of had to move your hand to get there. Fulton. Off the boards and up. There was no longer a penalty, so that will be icing. 2:03 remaining of the first period. I'm streaming with a tablet these days. I was using a big case for it, and it was actually a lot easier to hold. I took it off. Now it's fairly slick. It's hard to adjust the clock. Ian Moffat up against Felix Travis. Moffat won it back, gets to the point, played in. Torrey Bedford and a bit of a wrestle here with Jack Merrill. Felix trying to corral it. Moffat puts it in. West Tabor's going to get there first. West Tabor with it now. West Tabor shoots it right at Cohen Butcher's head. It bounces down the ice. They're racing to get it to stop the icing for us. We'll take. Attempted pass up to McDonough, but picked off by Moffat. Moffat now going to the center. Torrey Bedford shoots it into the guts of Nolan. 1:26 remaining of the first period is a 1-0 hockey game. On a play by Cooper Gregg and Felix Travis. Ryan DeMerchant out there with Parker McLaughlin and Cohen Neal. On the backside, Jack Merrill. No, sorry, Rhett Proctor and Shea Surratt. Drop pass to the other team. Goal. Just inside the post. I don't know how Nolan didn't have that. I can't see it from my angle, but it was number 17, Rowan Black here. Shoots it just inside the post. You heard the clunk, and then I seen it right behind him. It is a 1-1 hockey game. Rowan Black here with the goal. .117 remaining of the first period. Tie hockey game. Shot. Shoot away. Gritton. Stopped by Gritton again. Gritton shoots it in. Rhett Proctor getting so much better at not sticking his stick in there and letting the goalie handle it. And every game that we haven't done great, it's because we generally take bad penalties. So I'm hoping we don't. Mason with it here. Black here with it again. Black here, the goal scorer from a moment ago. Moved up. McLaughlin. 20 seconds left of the period. Puck comes out. There's 10 seconds ticking down here. Puck's deep in our zone, no real pressure on it. We just have to not do anything stupid for 4 seconds, and we should get out of the period in a tie hockey game. So 1-1 after 1. A goal I'm sure Nolan's not too happy about. Mitchell entertaining the crowd. Second period, they will be starting off with Armani Stevenson, Maddock McDonough, and I think that's Jacob McCauley on the far side. We will be starting with Jay Cunningham, Emmett Tabor, and Sawyer Tremblett. McCauley puts it down, picked up by West Tabor. Here comes Emmett Tabor. Nice pass. Oh, Sawyer. Put it a little bit too much towards the goalie. Had a lot of net again. That's the second time Emmett's really set him up well. Got to work on shot placement. Calhoun. Armani. Back to Calhoun, or not Calhoun. Fulton. Fulton's number 10. Owen's just going to continue it on into the corner. Picked up by West Tabor. West Tabor chips it up. Stopped by Calhoun. Bouncing puck out to the middle. McDonough's trying to find it. Emmett Tabor gets it. He's going to skate it out. Down deep. Sawyer. Center passes. Nobody there. Felix is there eventually. Just coming off a line change. Armani Stevenson. Broken up by Jack Merrill. Jack's just going to skate down into our zone. He's trying to get possession of it. He's got West Tabor way up who wants to go. But Jack wants to go himself. Both defensemen really want to be up in this play. Battle along the boards. Felix is down. Ian's in there whacking away. Cooper Gregg. They do a good job wrestling Cooper down. Felix comes out with it. Felix puts it back for Cooper. Cooper's going to try to look for Butcher. Gets it over to Butcher. Butcher shoots, scores, bar down. Cooper Gregg all over this one. Cooper Gregg takes his time, picks his spot, gets it out to Cohen Butcher. Cooper Gregg moving the needle for the Sussex Rangers. I have a little extra time on the clock. I'm gonna wear it out. There we go. Clocks are aligned. Felix moves it up. Vaughn. Cooper Gregg finds it. Cooper gets it down deep into the corner. Speaking of Cooper Gregg, I'm going to put out a bunch of shorts here in the very near future of just kind of the best plays of last year from the Coyotes, and Cooper Gregg's in several of those. McLaughlin, bouncing puck. Cohen Neal. What was that? Parker McLaughlin just comes, takes a guy out. Vaughn, and a battle with Shea Surratt. Jeez, I'd take Parker off the ice right now, to be honest with you. He's going to take us a penalty. I don't know how he hasn't. Parker McLaughlin. Oh, beautiful shot by Parker McLaughlin, but a really nice save by Edmund. I was going to say, Parker's about to make me eat my words. That was a really nice play shot. It's not an easy spot to make that glove save. Edmund, like around his neck, makes that great glove save. Good save by Edmund. Again, I think Parker got a little worked up on that shift. He was kind of running around like a bull in the china shop. Puck thrown in. McDonough. McDonough's a really strong player. West Tabor takes him down, not called for it. Big windup. Jay Cunningham. Jay winding up, shoots wide. Puck is on its side, rolling down. I think it'll go down for an ice, and it does. Again, it doesn't seem like anybody's getting too fiery. It seems like it's all under control. There are a few things I think probably would be called generally. They're not things I would generally call, but I don't think anybody's upset about it yet. We'll see if things get heated from here. Here comes Torrey Bedford. Torrey backhands it off the back of the net. Rhett Proctor. Nice job by Ian Moffat to hold the zone. Shea Surratt. Shea over for Rhett Proctor. Rhett up for Butcher. Shuffled back. Butcher with it. He's up against Fulton. Rhett Proctor up on the play. Again, defenseman. This loses a wheel. Can't seem to get steady himself. He's kind of fallen down in a weird spot 3 times in this game where Rhett is usually a very sturdy skater. I kind of worry if he's lost an edge a little bit here or what. Here comes Felix Travis. Calhoun on him. Center passes. Fulton there to pick it up. Fulton. Hard off the board. Stopped by Shea Surratt. Juggles it. Throws it in. Hits Butcher's leg, goes to the middle, shoveled towards the bench. Ah, too many men. Cohen Neal catches it. We didn't have our man off the ice yet, and it will be a bench minor. Cohen Neal just stepping onto the ice. Face off down in the Sussex zone. Sussex holding a 2-1 lead right now with 6:56 remaining of the second period. Both goals organized by Cooper Gregg. Both of his line mates have the goals. Cohen Butcher and Felix Travis. The other side, Rowan Black here, is the goal scorer for Lancaster. Parsons shoots, hits Nolan in the shoulder, bounces off the other defenseman and hits Nolan. Jack Merrill just throws it down the ice. Hits Enman. We've lost the puck here somewhere. Good job, Parker McLaughlin. Parsons just barely onside. Sawyer comes back, gets it, plays it over for Emmett, just a little ahead of him. Here comes West Tabor. The two Tabor boys are in the zone. West shoots. Emmett. Wesley might want to stay there, yeah. Comes through. Sawyer. Shoots, scores! Sawyer finally makes good on it. Emmett has set him up 3 excellent times. This time Sawyer gets his aim in and makes a wicked shot. Really good shot by Sawyer. Making me eat my words from earlier. Fixes sight. Gets the goal. Emmett Tabor over to Sawyer Tremblett. Short-handed goal. Oh yeah, that won't change anything. So it was interesting there. That was a short-handed goal. Again, them on the power play. I was surprised we had Wesley so high up there. Wesley was pinching that whole time, who is our defenseman, and again, killing a penalty at the time. But it all paid off. A little bit of a gamble. Armani over for McCauley. McCauley just throws it in deep. Rhett Proctor. Rhett pokes it along. Out front, bouncing puck. Rebound. It's in Nolan's 5-hole. The rebound bounced right into Nolan's guts and down between his legs. That was kind of a scary spot, but he has it. 11 seconds remaining of the power play for Cohen Neal, which was a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Cooper Gregg taking the draw. Fulton, bounced over Fulton, skates. Jay Cunningham. Jay's got an opportunity here. Again, he's all alone. We are still penalty killing. Calhoun. Calhoun up for Black here. Puck in deep. Jay Cunningham throws it onto the net. Edmund kind of loses it. It's underneath of him. No controversy here. There is a face-off down in the Lancaster zone. 3-1 hockey game with 4:46 remaining of the second period. Back to the point. Jack Merrill. Jack Merrill puts it underneath the Felix. It actually trips Felix, but continues on to the goalie. I almost want to watch that back. That was kind of interesting. Cohen Butcher. A lot of sticks in there. Cohen, good job keeping possession of that with Rowan Black here all over him. Jack tries to pick it out of the air, isn't able to, but West Tabor's covering for him, and the Merchant's on the far side. Maddock McDonough pursuing, loses an edge. Here comes Wesley. He wanted to jump up on the play earlier. He's jumping up on this one. Tries to cut through the middle, though. Calhoun's not having any of it. Ian Moffat. Rowan Black here. Drops it back for Fulton. Fulton stops it right on the line and hits the referee in the feet. Just keeps it on the line again. Finally gets it in deep. Ian Moffat with it. Shot wide of the net. Calhoun tries the center. Rangers had an eye on that. Jack Merrill with it now. Here comes Black here. Ian Moffat. Ian, backhand, doesn't get through the crowd. Jack Merrill. Centering pass to Felix Travis. Felix has got Calhoun and Fulton to beat. Nice pass over for DeMerchant. DeMerchant in there by himself while everybody else change. Up the boards. Cohen Neal once again playing the puck while the line change is happening. Got punished for it a minute ago. This time he was lucky. It was just a second before the guy got off. Shot wide. Cohen centers. Fulton with it. Safely gets it out of the way. Fulton up the boards to Merchant. To Merchant. Shot. Edmund has it. 2:40 remaining of the second period. Is a 3-1 hockey game for the Sussex Rangers over the Lancaster Thunder. Line change, Emmett Tabor, Sawyer Tremblett, and Jay Cunningham out. On the back end, Rhett Proctor, Shea Surratt. Mason out there, Vaughn. Here comes Mason. Got Vaughn with him. Passes over for Vaughn. Not a great pass, kind of missed the mark. Shipped out the middle. That will work. Trying to figure out who this defenseman is. I think it might be Jake Gritton. No, it's a Webb. Brendan Webb, number 2. Purdy and Webb out there for the defenseman. Shot. Saved by Edmund. Mason. Mason with it, plays it off the boards, up for himself. We're offside with a line change. Vaughn. He's got a guy deep. Vaughn offside. Mason kind of lost where he was on the ice, did everything he could to get back on side, just wasn't quite enough. 1:38 remaining in the second period, 3-1 hockey game. Rangers over Lancaster. Felix Travis taking the draw, and he is up against Tucker Godden. Bouncing puck. Wesley. Cohen wanted to go in and play it. They kind of crowded each other. Wesley wants to go up on the play. Again, I have a lot of confidence in our defensemen, and I'm really impressed with our forward group coming back and covering for them. Cooper Gregg. Cooper, he's got Felix there, but he just can't get any space. Centers it. Went off something and took a funny angle. Wesley able to stop it again, just throws it. Parker McLaughlin, Lancasters. Off the board. Jack Merrill isn't able to hold the zone here. Armani is now entering our zone. Armani, a lot of pressure by Jack. Oh, pretty aggressive. Doesn't get called for it. Cohen Butcher. Centering pass. Parker McLaughlin. Shoots it directly into the linesman. Cohen Butcher coming the other way. Butcher shoots. Emin with the save. Rebound. Another attempt by Butcher. Parker McLaughlin just kind of batting away at him. Jack Merrill, who can shoot pucks. Rebound, score. Jack Merrill throws it on net. Ryan DeMerchant finds it and buries it. Again, Jack Merrill's a scary shot on his own. He just kind of put a light shot on the pads. It bounced out. DeMerchant right there on the doorstep was able to put it away. And Sussex has a 4-1 lead, a 3-goal lead. with 5.6 seconds remaining of the second period. That's Ryan DeMerchant's first goal of the year. Again, this just being the second game of the season. Somebody tripped on his stick over here, number 14, Purdy. So the score is 4-1 after 2. Again, they have a lot of really good weapons over here on this Lancaster team. I would say the advantage that Sussex generally has is how familiar all these kids are with each other. It's a small town, and because of that, over the years, these kids have played together a lot. Again, there's 10 returning players from our single A team of a year, like not last year, but the year before. And again, it's a small roster of only 13 players, so 10 out of that 13 played together 2 years ago. Referee's having fun. I don't know how much the coach likes them having fun. We'll see. He doesn't seem to concern himself too much with what the goalies do generally. As long as you're doing well, he doesn't mind. If you don't do well, I'm sure you'd start minding. Again, Mitchell with a shutout in the last game. Nolan had a great performance on Friday. He hasn't had a ton of action in this one, but I'd have to. I don't know what happened with that Black-ear goal. I'm on the wrong side of it. DeMerchant just scored a goal here, centers it, gets it back. He's up against Bedford. Parker McLaughlin drops it back for Rep Proctor. Rep Proctor plays it in for DeMerchant. DeMerchant on the back door. Loose puck, gets out of there by Fulton. Picked up by Torrey Bedford. Torrey Bedford throws it down the ice, picked off by Rep Proctor. Rep Proctor, hard pass through the crowd. Ryan DeMerchant corrals it, he's got a bit of space. Stopped right on the line by Shea Surratt. Bouncing puck comes out awkwardly. Torrey Bedford. Torrey up for Moffat. Moffat keeps it. Got Black here on the far side. He takes the shot, rebound, bad rebound. Get it out of there. Comes out. Good little poke there by Parker McLaughlin. Again, dangerous situation there for the Rangers. McLaughlin takes the shot, blockered down by Edmund. Again, Edmund seems to be in the right position. He could use just a little bit more control, I find. He makes the save, but the puck kind of comes out in front of him a little bit. Accidental elbow to the face from Rowan West. They were teammates for many years on the Gusto Riverhawks. Purdy drops it back to the point for Moffat. Everybody collides. Moffat. Vaughn. Jackson Vaughn. Cutting through everybody. Finds a spot, shoots. Nolan there. West Tabor with it. Jack Merrill, second effort there. I thought he was going to get beat. Vaughn. Again, we just seen what Vaughn can do. He's a very skilled player. Comes back over. Parsons. Parsons was a goal scorer in the last game for Lancaster. Centering pass. A lot of bodies going down. Emma Tabor coming to help out. Vaughn with it again. Seems like just a lot of crashing and banging here for the last minute. Shea Surratt. Shea. Throws it in. Oh, puck kind of giving way to Felix Travis. Felix throws it down low. Edmund there for it. Cooper Gregg comes in pretty hard against Armani there. Felix. Felix still working his way through. Cohen Butcher almost gets it. I think Lancaster's feeling a little bit of panic. They're just trying to get out of their zone with whatever way they can do it. Centered out for Rhett Proctor is our defenseman. Godin. I've been calling them the wrong thing for so long, it's hard to call them the right thing. Here comes Godin. Cohen Neal going the other way. Cohen, all by himself, takes the shot, just a little wide. We got a man, 2-man, 3-man in. I think there's a penalty being called. It was offside as well, but I think Jack might be going to the box. No, I think they're just calling it intentional offside. I just thought the referee pointed at Jack. I didn't see any infraction there. I just going by the referee's gesture. Jake Gritton and McLaughlin on the back end here. Maddock McDonough. Maddock in the zone. Comes back, tags up. McDonough now. Kind of one-on-one with West. Shoots. Nolan makes the save off to the side. Bedford. Bedford drops it for Jake Gritton. Jake Gritton tries to shoot it. Doesn't get a lot on it. McLaughlin sits down the other McLaughlin. Parker McLaughlin versus Barker McLaughlin. Here comes Maddock McDonough. Nice pass over for Black here. Black here. Comes out of the zone. Calhoun. Calhoun gets it over. Parker McLaughlin versus Parker still over there in the corner. Calhoun. McDonough. Jack Merrill with it. 6:37 remaining of the game. 4-1 hockey game. Sussex Rangers over Lancaster Thunder. Second game of the season for both these teams. Fulton. Maddock. McDonough's got Vaughn way up, but he's never possesses the puck well enough to get it up to him. Jay Cunningham, just in there, whacking away. Gets it, turns, fires, hits Fulton in the foot. Comes around for Sawyer. Sawyer goes back to Cunningham. Cunningham skates out to the outside. He's on his backhand, drops it for Rhett Proctor. Rhett takes a shot, to tipped attempt by Emmett. Sawyer tries to put it back for Emmett. Emmett fell down. Off the boards, back for Shea Surratt. Shea throws it in there. Shea again, very sturdy defenseman, but nobody will accuse him of having a real hard shot. A couple of attempts there, 3 attempts, 4 attempts. Man, defense have to clear that out. Good job by Sawyer. That's his second of the game, but there was 4 shots there on Edmund. Somebody has to clear that before you get that many opportunities to whack at the goalie. Sawyer Tremblett, second goal of the game. And Sawyer honestly could have 4 goals. He had 2 incredible opportunities. He's putting himself in the right spot to score. Here comes Jackson Vaughn. Outside. Attempted backhand there. It was getting scary. Rhett Proctor got enough stick on it to break it up a bit. Again, as we get older in the higher leagues, it's hard to do everything by yourself there. Offside, Rangers. 5:11 remaining of the game. It is a 5-1 hockey game. Sussex Rangers over Lancaster Thunder. Felix Travis. Felix, one hand. Shot, just wide. Wesley Tabor comes in, puts it up for Felix. Felix in a battle here against Webb. Parsons just sits down Cooper Gregg. Cooper eyeing him. Didn't like it. Here comes Jackson Vaughn. Again, he's shot. Mason fires. Jackson Vaughn's kind of playing like a KV player. He's super skilled, maybe one of the most skilled players out here, but he's got to use his other guys a little bit. Here comes Felix. Parker McLaughlin, nice little stick work. Parsons on the doorstep, shot over the net. Good attempt. McLaughlin played up. O'Neill just got to get it over the line, and he does. Gritton just throws it in. West Tabor picks it up. Godin with it. Parker McLaughlin throws it in deep. 3:31 remaining in the game. Wesley Tabor plays it back. Up for DeMerchant. McLaughlin comes in. McLaughlin hits the other McLaughlin. Shot in. It was interesting too in that Blade season. I was talking about that spring season. Cohen Neal and Jake Gritton really became good friends from not knowing each other at all before that. I found that they became quite close. And here they are playing against each other in this game. Jacob McCauley tries to center. Gets picked off by West Tabor. Godin with it. Godin, dangerous, dangerous, dangerous player. But Nolan, dangerous goalie. Gets over for it. Bouncing puck. That was a lot of pressure by the Thunder. Great job. Sussex finally gets it out and gets a line change. Attempts a huge pass up for Godin. Doesn't get there. Emmett Tabor. Emmett just circling. He's going to go for Shea Surratt. Shea Surratt with it. He's going to make a pass. Doesn't get it through. Armani Stevenson. Great cover work by Brett Proctor. Jason Nelson whipped Brett Proctor into such a good defenseman last year. Sometimes I'd feel bad for him for how much correction he got, but man, he's become one heck of a sturdy defenseman for us now. Good job by Jay Cunningham. I thought he was going to play that into the middle, which was extremely dangerous. Decided to go for the safer route, turn around and skate it up a ways. It ended up working out better than I think he thought it was going to. Good job by Shea Surratt. Gets it back for turns, fires, goal. Wow, great play there. Jay Cunningham back to Shea Surratt. Surratt back for Cunningham. Cunningham gets it to Emmett Tabor, and Emmett Tabor is now rolling. Again, in our tryouts, he was incredible. He was scoring so much in the tryouts. He was a little snake bit for most of the exhibition, but once regular season started, Emmett has been very noticeable. (6-1) hockey game. Again, my fear for this team was that we wouldn't score goals. In 2 games so far, we have 11 goals. Purdy. Ian Moffat with it. We're in the final minute of play of the game. Bounces over Jack's stick. Jack's trying to decide what to do with it here. Circles back. I love the heads-up play that these guys are making. They constantly think they're about to make a bad play to the middle, and they constantly don't make it. Nice play by Cohen Butcher, gets it over for Felix. He doesn't have enough room by the time he possesses it to get the shot on, though. But again, all we got to do here is survive 31 more seconds. Again, Nolan kind of let in an ugly goal in this one, but other than that, he's been solid. Not a ton of action. Way over. Shot. Doesn't go. 7 seconds. Counting down here. Just going to throw it down. Will be nice. I don't know if they care about that second or not. I doubt either team does. Again, I thought there could have been some things called there. I'm glad nobody seemed to get upset either way. Seemed like a decent enough hockey game. 6-1. Good showing again by Sussex. I've been really impressed. Again, the fears I had of this team are quickly eroding. Not fears in general, but I thought our team might struggle to score. I thought we'd have to grind out wins. And that's 2 games in a row where we played good competition and were able to get the goals. Thank you everybody for tuning in. The next games will be live from Edmundston, New Brunswick, the top of the world. And they will come at you, I believe, 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock on Saturday. Confirm those times. That feels like a bigger gap